Hello everybody, this is Terry Jeanette with the Tapping Flamingo. Not long ago, I made these earrings to go with a dress that my husband bought for me. And I decided, I'd like to have a necklace to go with them. So today, I'm going to be making a necklace that matches these earrings. So I'm just going to set these over here while we pick out our beads. I am going to use those little orange beads that have some blue in them. And then we're going to use these Hishi beads. And then I want to use some coconut Hishi. So I'm using some of those. And then we need to have some bling. So I'm going to use the same little crystal that I used here. Now, I don't have any turtles to use for the focal. And I have two things that I'm trying to decide which one I want to use. I have this one that kind of reminds you of the little tassel, the flower tassel here. And then I have this little thing, which I think I'm leaning toward this. It kind of reminds me of a turtle shell. And it's a little bit bigger. And so I think we're going to go this route. So now I'm going to lay out my beads and then we'll string them up and finish off the necklace. So I have my beads all laid out. I do need to put some type of a bail on here. And I'm just going to do this area with beads, and then I'm going to use this chain with a lobster claw clasp. I'm going to make an 18-inch necklace, and I want to be able to wear it shorter, and that's why I'm using this Rolo chain. I want to get a lobster claw clasp that will actually fit into these holes so I can either wear it as an 18-inch or shorten it if I want to. So I'm going to make my own bail. I've just got a piece of scrap wire here. Then I'm just going to fold in half, put it through the hole, and then I'm just going to twist it, and it doesn't necessarily have to be a neat twist. You just want these to be one wire. And then I'm going to take some round nose pliers here. Bend this guy down and wrap it around the neck here. And this is a very messy wrap, and it's intentionally a messy wrap. And once I get this wrapped around the neck, I'll cut any excess off I have and tuck in the ends. Let's see. I think I'm ready to clip these off here. Go a little bit further. And then I'm going to tuck these in the back here. And then I want to make sure that my bail is facing the right way, which I think it is. So I have everything strung up. So I'm going to make sure I've got it all even. And because I've got, what I have done, I took the two orange and blue glass beads, and then I have turquoise Hishi, and then the coconut bead, another turquoise Hishi with the crystal, then 3 turquoise Hishis, and then I repeated that pattern. So now we got to hook everything together. I went ahead and ended with a little tiny silver tone seed bead. And then I've got these bead tips, clamshell bead tips. Sometimes they call them bead crimp covers. I don't use crimp beads. I just use knots, and they work very well and they look very nice. So we have 2 knots tied on top of each other. Make sure they're tight. And we're going to feed that into the opening of the little clam there, and then gently close it up. Well, I'm not used to having fingernails. There we go. Okay. Then I want to clip off the extra wire there and make sure there's nothing sticking out. And if there is, you can just tuck it back into the clam there. Otherwise, it will be scratching your neck, and that is not comfortable. I don't feel anything sticking out. All right, so now we got to do the same thing on the other side. But this time, we actually need to feed the knots into the opening there. And I just use a straight pin. Just feed it in there. Make sure it goes inside and not behind or around. And you want to get it tight, but not too tight. If you get it too tight, your beads kind of look a little wonky. But if you get it too loose, then you can see your beading wire. Just feed that down in there. Close her up. Clip it off, and then we've got to add the chain. So I took my necklace and I went ahead and hung the chain on one side. I just, the little hook there is already open, so I just put the chain in there and gently closed it shut. And like I said before, I want this to be 18 inches, and I need to, when I'm measuring, take into consideration the clasp and the jump rings. I have 2 jump rings and a lobster claw clasp. And so we're looking at, okay, so this would be 18 right here. But the lobster claw, when I measured it, I need to go about right here. Now, a lot of chains, if you're going to be cutting them, you need to also take that into consideration and maybe go down a little bit further. But since I won't be cutting this chain, I can actually open it up. So I will not be losing any links. So I'm just going to take my 2 pliers, open that up, pull that off, and close it back up. Make sure it's closed up really well. Don't have any gaps. And then I'm going to go over here and hang it on the hook and close it up. Actually, I like these pliers better here. Okay, once everything is closed up really well, then we need to determine the middle. And I just even it up here and hang it upside down. And then sometimes you'll see one little link hanging, and sometimes it's pretty even. It doesn't have to be exact, but one of these I'm going to go ahead and cut. Grab that one. And maybe I won't cut. I'm not going to cut it. I'm going to try opening up again. But you can just cut it if you want. There we go. Just have to make sure we get it wide enough. And then we're going to close it back up. And now we just need to hang our clasp. I've already opened up this jump ring. Close it up. Boom, we got one side. Now we're going to have the other side, and we have ourselves a necklace to go with our earrings. And one thing I like about this, with the lobster claw, I can use it anywhere along here I want. Have it as tight or as loose as I want, up to 18 inches, of course. So there we go. There's our necklace. And here's the earrings. I can't wait to wear my new dress with my new jewelry. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate all the support that y'all give me. And I love reading the comments. So leave a comment down below and let me know what you think of this set. And y'all have a fantastically wonderful day. This is Terry Jeanette with the Tapping Flamingo signing out for now. Bye-bye.